Hello and welcome back to another Kids Talk Sports video. We're your hosts, Yash and Abe, and today we'll be looking and reviewing the Michigan QB room, which consists of Cade McNamara, who took over Joe Milton's job at the end of the season. Also in the mix is five-star freshman J.J. McCarthy, and then finally we have Texas Tech QB transfer Alan Bowman.
All right, so first, let us start with some transfers before the 2020 season. Just before the 2020 season, the expected starter, Dylan McCaffrey, brother of NFL star running back Christian McCaffrey, decided to opt out and enter the transfer portal. He ended up going to North Colorado. I don't know why, but he wanted to be coached by his dad. That left Joe Milton to be the starter. And he ended up actually having a really good first game against our rival Minnesota. He ended 15 out of 22 passing for one passing touchdown and added 8 rushing attempts for 58 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. And then, as all Michigan football seasons go, they go down.
Yeah, I really did like Joe Milton then. I was a big fan, but then the very next week we play Michigan State, who's another rival of Michigan. And at this point, there's a lot of hype around Michigan and Joe Milton, like I was saying. And so what does Michigan usually do when there's high hopes? We disappoint, and that's just what happened. That's exactly what happened. This wasn't necessarily Milton's fault, but he had 300 passing yards, but no touchdowns. More on this game, you can check out our video on it and review on this game. Then it started going down as the next game was against Indiana, who we hadn't lost to in 24 years. And like I said earlier, what are we known for? We disappoint, right? So we lost mainly because of 3 interceptions from Joe Milton.
Yeah. So then after that, we move on to Wisconsin. And this was like the worst we had played ever in like Jim Harbaugh's era that hadn't been Ohio State or Michigan State. And honestly, we don't even play bad when Michigan State's here. This was like, really, Joe Milton threw 2 interceptions on his first 2 passes. And I don't know, it's like he was paid to throw to the other team. Like, they were the best passes he threw all season, and they were to the other team. Like he just threw it right to them. They eventually benched him in the 4th quarter, and Cade McNamara came in, and he did good. He came and he went 3 for 3, and he threw a touchdown pass. But that's not the reason I'm putting this in there, because it feels like that when Cade McNamara was on the field, it felt like they were more comfortable and they were in a rhythm that they felt comfortable with. Unlike with Milton, who throws these wobbly passes and throws super hard that nobody can catch them, right? So then the next game was against Rutgers. And for some reason, Jim Harbaugh is blind for talent. Like, he just doesn't see it at all. So then he just decides to put Joe Milton in again, right? Why put the person who actually threw a touchdown pass? Just put the person who didn't throw one, because he's great, right? So obviously, what do you expect? We go down 17-0, right? Then somebody's like, hey, can we put Cade McNamara in? Because he is actually doing something, unlike Joe Milton. He doesn't score at all. So he puts Cade McNamara in, and guess what? We end up winning 48-42, triple overtime. So what? We won for once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's crazy how those things work. So then the next game is against Penn State. And it isn't criticizing anybody because Cade McNamara got injured and Milton was injured. So, there's no one really to criticize this game. But then at the end, because they couldn't keep themselves healthy, it just ended up being the end of the season. So, we did not want to see any more painful games. So, that was fine.
All right, fast forward to this season, and Joe Milton decided to enter the transfer portal. Thank God and hallelujah, okay? I didn't want you here anyway. I would have put a Joe Milton Photoshop picture in here, but apparently the gods like Joe Milton, so they don't want me to make fun of him.
Yeah.
So I couldn't put a picture in there.
Yeah. So then now our QB 1 and 2 have transferred, obviously, Milton and McCaffrey. So at this time, we're making the video. Milton has just transferred to Florida State. So yeah.
Also, to Joe Milton, wish you nothing but the worst. I mean that painfully. Like, thank God you left. I wish you nothing but the worst. Okay. I don't want to see you ever in Michigan ever again. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So then the spring game just happened. I don't know why they didn't put it on TV, but anyways, and Cade McNamara's team won. So congratulations to them for winning. A very pointless game that nobody could watch. But anyway, the expected starter is Cade McNamara. But we wouldn't be surprised if JJ McCarthy came in for a little bit and surprised some people. And also, I just realized, why does almost every QB have a Mac or a Mick in front of their name? McCaffrey, McNamara, and McCarthy. And then I wouldn't be surprised if McDonald's would start sponsoring Michigan. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. But I understand where Jim Harbaugh is coming from, since McNamara's experience and actually has some talent. But the only thing I would be worried about is how the arm is after the injury, obviously, last year in the Penn State game.
All right. So I know we haven't really talked about Alan Bowman, but there really isn't much to speak of. In his first year, so this is 2018, he passed for 2,638 yards, which is 7, and he ended up going 17 touchdowns and 7 picks. Honestly, we'll take that at Michigan, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
First of all, his team went 4-4. I mean, that's better than what we did in the Big 12, but then again, they had a full season in 2018. So,
yeah,
hold on. And also, in all of the Power 5 conferences, the Big 12 has like the worst defense. Like, maybe SEC could be number 1 because they have all those powerhouses. I mean, but the Big 12, the worst defense. They could make anybody look like a star.
Yeah, Mahomes played Oklahoma once, and him and Baker Mayfield had like 700 passing yards each and like 7 touchdowns. It was hilarious.
Yeah, bro. I think Patrick Mahomes had 800 yards total.
Yeah,
that's like as much as we had the entire season last year.
Anyway,
but yeah. So in his second year, he went 2-1. But guess what? He got injured, and in that short time, he had 6 touchdowns and 3 picks, right? So then the year before, this is like the COVID season, he went 3-5, okay? And, it's just, he threw 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That was his healthiest season. So basically, just like Michigan, it's probably why he came here, he kept degressing every year, okay? So I appreciate you coming here, but I have something to say. Do not teach JJ McCarthy anything. You're not the coach. You're not getting paid, okay? So just don't do anything.
Yeah, but then again, the coaches screwed up Milton too. I mean, yeah, something.
No. Hold on. The coaches didn't screw Milton. And listen, why is Devin Gardner like the worst QB out of like the past, let's say, like 12 years? Okay. Why are you letting him? Michigan fans are trying to forget him. How are you going to let him coach Joe Milton? Maybe Joe Milton has some actual talent. How are you going to let Devin Gardner coach him, okay? Like, train with him. First of all, Devin Gardner doesn't even have a job as a football player. How are you going to let him teach him? He's probably all rusty and stuff. He's probably worse than when he played at Michigan, okay? And then you're going to let him have Tom Harmon's number. Like, Tom Harmon is a Heisman winner, right? And a number 2 overall pick. How are you going to let him wear his number? Huh? And then, listen, Joe Milton, I don't know if it's because of Devin Gardner or just because he's trash, but he's worse than John O'Corn. At least John O'Corn actually brought us some W's, okay?
Yeah.
Milton had 1 W, and Minnesota ended up being, like, worse than us. So that's not even like a win. That's like a tie, okay? And just, again, back to Alan Bowman. Do not poison the quarterback, okay? You're not good. You are the D Rose of college football. Just don't do anything and sit there and be quiet and just do your job. Your job is not to coach. Your job is to play.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So thank you, Abe, for that. That was very interesting. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching our video. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe so we can keep growing. And thanks.
Go Blue.
Go Blue. Yeah, go Blue. I really hope this is a much better season. Obviously, last season was cut short, but
Also, we'll keep, if you like the video, we'll keep adding like the other positions like running backs and wide receivers. So like make sure to like the video and subscribe.
Yeah, we really do hope so that Michigan can definitely improve. I mean, we have Jim Harbaugh for a reason. We kept him.
He's on a short leash though. He's on a short leash.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and yeah, make sure to share, like, and subscribe.